The silent bridge to peace, scene, a digital map of the Middle East. The Strait of Hormuz is highlighted in red as a critical choke point. On-screen text. 1 billion people's food and energy at stake. Narrator. As the Middle East stands on the edge of a catastrophic escalation, the world looks for leadership. While traditional alliances falter, a high-stakes cloak and dagger strategy is unfolding behind the scenes. Cut to footage of NATO headquarters / Brussels. The image fades to black and white. Narrator. At 6:16 a.m., President Trump pulled back the curtain on the failure of international bureaucracy, making it clear that the U.S. no longer relies on Brussels to protect its interests. President Trump voiceover, "We will never forget what you did to us, NATO." Narrator. While NATO warships remain on the sidelines, Pakistan stepped into the vacuum as a vital strategic ally. In a move that changed the course of the conflict, Pakistan quietly intercepted an Israeli plan to assassinate Abbas Araghchi and Mohammed Bakr Ghalibaf, the last diplomats capable of negotiating a ceasefire. Graphic. A bridge connecting Washington D.C. to Tehran via Pakistan. Narrator. This intervention saved the only remaining back channel for peace. Today, Pakistan is a silent messenger, carrying a 15-point U.S. proposal directly between Washington and Tehran. President Trump is leveraging the same ally that helped him end a war last year, hoping to secure a historic deal today. Cut to President Trump at a podium, looking stern. Narrator. With Iran's negotiators reportedly begging for a deal, the president has issued a final, chilling ultimatum. President Trump. There will be no turning back if you do not take this opportunity serious. Narrator. The pressure is at its peak. As Trump demands a cessation of operations and deploys more warships and Marines, regional powers like Saudi Arabia and UAE stand ready to intervene if the deal fails. Narrator. In this high-wire act of global diplomacy, Pakistan's intelligence and back-channel efforts remain the thread holding the hope for a ceasefire together. Scene. A dramatic sunrise over Parliament House in Islamabad. The Pakistani flag waves prominently in the foreground against the deep blue sky. Narrator. In the halls of global power, silence often speaks louder than words. As the Strait of Hormuz, a vital artery for the world's food and energy, becomes a choke point for over 1 billion people, the traditional pillars of Western diplomacy have remained eerily still. While NATO warships sit on the sidelines, President Trump has made a calculated move that has the world on the edge of its seat. 0:30 to 1 o'clock. Scene. Montage of bustling Pakistani streets, news headlines in Urdu, and a shot of the Foreign Office. The mood is tense, reflecting public debate. Narrator. Behind the closed doors of Islamabad, a high-stakes gamble is underway. Despite facing intense scrutiny from its own public and navigating complex criticisms within the Muslim world, Pakistan has emerged as the indispensable back channel. This isn't just about regional politics. It is about a cloak and dagger strategy to prevent a global catastrophe. 1 to 1:45, scene, darkened intelligence room, ISI headquarters style. Glowing screens show flight paths and thermal signatures. A red X appears over a targeted car in a digital simulation. Narrator. The stakes became chillingly clear just days ago. Sources reveal that Pakistan quietly intercepted a sophisticated Israeli plan to assassinate Abbas Araghchi and Mohammed Bakr Ghalibaf, the last diplomats capable of cutting a deal for a ceasefire. Had that operation succeeded, the last hope for peace would have died. By thwarting this assassination, Pakistan single-handedly kept the only remaining diplomatic channel alive. 1:45 to 2:15 scene, an unmarked plane on a rainy tarmac. A briefcase being handed over. The scene shifts to the White House and then to a government building in Tehran. Narrator. Now, Pakistan serves as a silent courier. It is currently carrying a sensitive 15-point U.S. proposal directly between Washington, D.C. and Tehran. President Trump, who recently blasted NATO for doing absolutely nothing, is leveraging an ally he trusts, the same ally that helped him end a conflict just last year. He cannot publicly credit Pakistani intelligence without blowing the cover of their deep cover operations, but the results speak for themselves. 2:15 to 2:45, scene, split screen. On one side, military buildup, ships/planes. On the other, the peaceful green of the Pakistani flag at Parliament House. Narrator. The clock is ticking. With a 5-day Trump offer on the table and Israel threatening to destroy Iranian targets before the window expires, the pressure on Islamabad is immense. Trump's warning to Iran is clear. There will be no turning back if you do not take this opportunity serious. Pakistan stands at the center of this storm, acting as the bridge that prevents the world from crossing the point of no return. 2:45 to 3:15 scene, close-up of the Pakistani flag, followed by a wide shot of the Himalayan peaks. Fade to black with the text, "The Silent Bridge to Peace." Narrator: As more warships and Marines are deployed, and as Saudi Arabia and UAE stand ready to intervene, the weight of 1 billion lives rests on this fragile back channel. In the shadows of America First agenda, it is a strategic resolve of Pakistan that keeps the flame of diplomacy flickering in a world on the brink.